Hey guys, it's the Gaming Dude, and today we're Gaming Dudes. I did want to make one thing clear. I have been posting a lot of Power World content because I have over 200 hours in Power World. But I am not necessarily just a Power World creator. I'm a variety gamer. I'm just going to post whatever I'm playing at the time. And I just wanted to make that clear to all of you. Anyways, with that out of the way guys, today we're going to be going over every glitch-based location I could find. Like the World Tree Island, how to build foundations underwater, which can lead to bases on top of the water, or even a base inside a volcano. We're going to be going over a lot today, so stay tuned, and if you enjoyed the video, leave a like. I appreciate you guys. Let's get started. Just now guys, we'll start off simple. The first base location area is anywhere with trees. So trees count as ground. And so how I built this was I just took one, put it on the tree kinda low, not necessarily in the ground but close to it. Build a stair going down, and then you could even take a foundation, and if you're pointing it far enough away from you, if you're close, it always tries to go like this, but if you point it far, it'll lower. So we point it far away, and then we just make the foundation come up to the base, but you can have a little room down here, and then it leads to your upstairs. So you can turn any tree or any forested area into a nice little tree house. Speaking of building on top of trees, this is the most secluded tree house you can build. It is -38 and -95. There's actually a tree in the water right here. You can put a foundation on top of that tree like we discussed earlier. You can't build very much here, but it is an interesting base location to say the least. In right beside the single water tree base. But this location isn't necessarily a glitched base, but you can do a lot that you aren't supposed to be able to do here. Not only can you build like these nice looking structures on the inside, if you go up to the waterfall, this base is much more than you think it is. And this is under the map. And I just built foundations down here and kept just trying to see where I could go. But even down here, you can climb on this wall, pet your pal, and go through this wall. And there's actually so much you can do under the map, which is dangerous to build under the map, because if they patch how to get down here by like petting your mount, getting on top of your mount, you might lose everything. So be careful with locations like this. They are super cool to build at, but you can lose everything. And now let's keep going outside. And we'll get out one more time. My outside area. This place involves some of those tree bases. So I built on top of the tree with foundations. I did a wall and stairs up. Built a roof on it. Stairs going down. And then I put these foundations close to the stairs. And you can have really interesting places like this. This kind of goes along with the tree section. Yes, now guys, this location, it's a really sick one, but it is another high risk one, because chances are something will be added at some point that is gonna probably erase what you have at this base. But if you come into here, this location is -263 and -392. You're gonna pet your pal to get him into the wall. You might have to do it more than once. And you can break into this area. Now mind you, you can build on this area. You can even build down here, but we want to go to the area across from it. This is an unactivated like boss dungeon. They haven't put in the boss yet, but you can fly down here. You're not supposed to be able to get down here. You can build over here. I mean, you can build in this whole area, but this area is just kind of massive. You can build in here, and since it's unfinished, the stairs were glitching through the ground when I just put them down. And you could have a whole base set up here. But like I said, it is a little dangerous in the fact that if they add a boss here, it might remove your whole base. They might update this area and it could get destroyed. I do just want to continue to preface that a lot of this stuff, it's dangerous to build in these locations because stuff could happen. It could get patched to where it's no longer available to do it like that. Even my home base is actually set up on top of 3 of these glitched locations. But right over here on the map at 307 and negative 35, there should be an area, and I've shown this before, but for the purpose of the premise of this video, we'll show it again. There is a hole in this patch of water over here. This is not fully connected, and you can actually just fall down here, but you can put foundations all under here, and then with a simple wall through the water, you can build above it. But they could do a water update at some point, which could mess up bases that have walls, foundations built through the water. So be careful about building bases like this. I'm kind of risking it all on it, but just be warned. But even right below my base, these are just example bases, and you might be able to find more of these. But these are bases built on top of waterfalls. And so when you come over here, the waterfall just simply doesn't connect, and so you can go under it and you can place foundations down and you could build above the waterfall. Same thing with this one below. This one's much bigger, and these are all at that same location. But down here I was able to just build foundations all under the waterfall because it's not connected right here. But I wasn't able to build through this water, so I had to build it out to here and then build a wall up. But a lot of these waterfalls in the map are opened up and you're able to do this, but they could update it and put something here which could end up messing up my wall and breaking this building. Just while I'm here, I'm gonna go ahead and check these waterfalls to see if these are the kind you can get under. No, you can't get under that one, and this one I think is too low. Wait. I don't think I can get under, but I wonder if I could. Not be able to build a bunch, but you could build on top of this waterfall. It could only really be that big, and I think, hey, you actually can build all those. And voila, waterfall base. Not super huge, but it's a nice little house. And on the map, I just happened to be flying by it. 166 and negative 15. Even my lake skyscraper hotel is a glitched location. It's the same thing that you could go inside these waterfalls, but I can walk down here, and then I was able to build this huge foundation base under here, which allowed me to make this skyscraper. And the location of that is 275 and 29. And shout out my mega build because I worked really hard on it and it took me a long time. Now we're heading to the fiery region to check out some volcano bases. And I want you to know, to get into these locations, The technique's pretty much the same for both locations and they're very close to each other, but I'm going to show you both directions and which way to go to get to each location. We're actually going to be heading like right over here towards this tower and towards the top of the lava lake that's up there. Alright guys, we're getting very close. Right down here, I think on this flat area is probably going to be your best bet. The lava lake is one of the locations we're going to build on top of. I'm going to land on one of these rocks and I'm going to summon my mount. I'm going to pet it so it goes inside the wall and I'm going to hop on top of it, and now we're under the map. Now you can either fly down here and you can get to the lava lake, which is at this location right here, and then you just hop off, pet your pal again, and you should be under the lava lake. Oh, you might have to do it again because you might be inside another rock. Yeah, now we are under the lava lake. And technically, you could put foundations down there, down here, and up here, and it would be 3 separate rooms. But we've worked with different heights and adjusting them to be even with each other. Now I'll give you a little example of a base here. We're just gonna build out a nice little area. Mind you, there's gonna be a lot of fire pals around here. You probably don't want to make it out of wood. All these bases I never recommend building out of wood. I'm just showing you guys the potential of what could be here. And now I'm just gonna keep building up. And actually I think we're past the lava. Now we're gonna break our way to the surface real quick. Yes, now guys, now that we're back on top of the lake, we can now just take some roofs and expand it on top of this lava lake as big as the foundation you build. And remember, there are the different layers, so you could have a building up here, a building a little farther down this way, and then another building on this side. You could have 3 different bases built right here on top of the lava, and there are various ways to connect them. And now let me show you the other volcano base. And again, we're gonna fly to this side of the mountain, and we're gonna perch up on this rock and go into the volcano again. And then we're gonna fly down here. It should be much lower on like a ground surface. So instead of going up to the volcano, you go down past these lava pools. And this location is actually really sick. Look at this area. Let me put away this guy. Foundations. And you can just like, it's so flat too. You could build whatever you wanted in here. Like, look at how big that area is, and it looks like nothing down here. I want to see something right here. But some weird like forge thing. You know, where, hey, the lava didn't hurt you. But something like this, or like build up from the ground and build walls to right here and build a roof under it. And maybe have some kind of like use metal or stone and have a big forge. This area is super sick to build in. And I'll tell you what it is on the map, even though it's under the map. It's -580 and -496. And the last of the glitch locations I have to show you is the first base you saw of mine, outside the map on top of the World Tree Island. Now, the devs have warned about bases out here. They have said the whole island's gonna get updated at some point when new content is released, and if you have a base out here, you can lose everything. And that's what I've been trying to warn you guys about the whole video. These bases are a little dangerous, but I enjoy living a little risky and building these kind of crazy bases. We're gonna make it out to the barrier, and A lot of people would give up here when all you have to do is fly over the barrier. Now this one, it can take a lot of stamina, but I'm playing on a single player world. I have my stamina turned up all the way. There's different ways you can make it faster, or pals with higher stamina thresholds, but here is what the top of it looks like. You can simply fly over, you can stand on top of the wall, you can do all that. And to fly all the way around, the tree has a massive hitbox, and it's hard to get through a lot of times. It is more difficult to go around. You could just build a base down here in one of these areas. These are massive areas, a ton of build space. There's just the most space back there. That's why I built on the back side of the tree. And just to give you a reference on how big these areas are. These are the smaller areas up front. But look how massive it is when you actually get down here. Like, you can't even build enough to fill up all this space unless you have a ridiculous amount of free time. But this is a nice area for like a Minecraft super flat kind of build area. You know, just a creative mode to see what you can do without terrain blocking you. Alright guys, though, I think that's going to be it for me today. I really hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments if there's any base locations that I missed, maybe glitch locations that you have found and you want to share with me. Maybe it can be in the next video, but I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.